Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every people spread in different corners of this globe, this world. Today, here myself, none the other than Mr. Prashant Gupta, as your friend, your colleague, or an instructor. I'm going to deal with reported speech and its concept for SEE, NEB, TU exam. Without delaying our precious time, let's start our work. Let's have some patience. I'm going to share some of the important tricks, method to understand and to learn the varieties of important concepts regarding this topic. Okay, let me share with you all. Okay, so here we can see a table where we can understand and visualize different varieties of sentences, example, reporting verb, changes, and replacement. So to understand the concept regarding reported speech, before that, we have to be familiar for the sense or the ideas which we are conveyed, which we can get from the varieties of sentences. So here we have to learn about the 5 kinds of sentences, its senses, the form of changes. Let's begin over here. The first form of sentence or the first kind of sentence is assertive or the simple one. Okay, for that, let me deal in simple way. Okay, assertive sentence. What kind of sentence is assertive one? Actually, here assert means to describe something or to explain some topic in simple way. And assertive sentence is such kind of sentence which ends with full stop and which completes the idea for certain topics or ideas. Okay, let me tell you some of the example. I always go to school. After school, we put full stop. I shall be there. After there, we put full stop. Kathmandu is the capital city of Nepal. Okay, so this is also a descriptive sentence. Actually, simple sentence or assertive sentence is also said to be a descriptive sentence. Okay, that's why assertive sentence is usually used in writing an essay to explain some topic or title. Okay, so without delaying, we have to know in reported speech, there are 2 facts. Firstly, we have to learn what is reporting verb and what is reporting subject. Okay, now after that, we have to come across reporting or reported statement also. Let me throw light over here. Here, if we see Ram as a subject, who is the reporter? Ram. Reporter is a kind of a subject. Okay. Said to, here said. Here said or said to refers to reporting verb. Reporting verb is usually the verb that is attached with reporter or reporting subject. Here, reporting subject is also said to be reporter. And reporter uses reporting verb. Ram said to, who said to Ram? Who is the speaker? Who is the reporter? Ram is the speaker. Ram is the reporter, obviously. Okay, said to is attached with Ram. Ram is reporting someone. That's why a reporting verb is used. Said to is reporting verb. Okay, after that, if we see comma and inverted comma after me. So let me tell you in simple way about reported statement. What is actually reported statement? Reported statement is a kind of sentence that is enclosed inside double inverted comma or a single inverted comma. Actually, we have the practice to use double inverted comma. That's why we often use this symbol, this mark, double inverted comma. And what is the statement written inside double inverted comma? I will come there. Okay, I will come there is a reported statement. The statement or the sentence enclosed inside double inverted comma or single inverted comma, it's said to be reported statement, or let me clarify in a simple way. Actually, reported statement is just like a prisoner, yeah, who is usually kept inside prison, or let us say gaol. Here, gaol is also said to be prison. Okay, Gaol, gaol. Let's not be confused. Goal, goal here means aim, your motive, your objective in your life. What is your aim? What is your goal? What is your perspective in your life? Now let's talk about goal, Gaol. AOL, okay. If we talk about GOL, goal, here goal means here prison. Okay, so let me tell you. So here, said to is reporting verb. I will come there is reported statement. So reported statement is inside the goal or prison of double inverted comma. Okay, all right. So after this, we have to learn how to change reporting verb. Okay, if we talk about reporting verb, here said to, it changed into told. Never be confused. Said to, if we see to, then at last we have to add ld, told. Let's understand in simple way. Said to comes at the end. That's why add ld. Told, said to change into told over here. And said is a rigid person, a very stubborn. That's why said remains ever constant. Said never changes. Said remains same. Said remains same, but said to change into told. Okay. Now in the place of comma and inverted comma and inverted comma in which sentence? In assertive sentence or in a simple sentence, it is replaced by that. Okay, it is replaced by that. Now let's know some of the another change for different kind of sentence. Okay, later we will be learning some of the special rules regarding these sentences. Only I'm just describing some of the surface look of these sentences. Okay, let's talk about imperative sentence. Here, imperative sentence is the sentence which basically gives the idea of order, command, request, forbid, warning, advice, suggestion, or prescription. Let's not forget the fact about imperative sentence. Actually, in imperative sentence, one can get varieties of senses. That's why imperative sentence is above all. Okay. In imperative sentence, what are the senses which we can get? Actually, we can get the sense of order also. Bring me a glass of water. Yes, this is a simple order. Bring me a glass of water, order. Bring my book. Go there, order. Cook the food, order. Okay, usually order begins with verb one. Help me. Cook the food. Cook is verb one. Go there, verb one. Okay, let's talk about command. Okay, command is slightly different from order. Actually, command is a kind of a hard order. Actually, command is used in formal cases. In formal cases, while it is used officially in any project work, or while having any meetings or work in school, colleges, office, or institution. If we have assembly in school, then we prefer command while we perform assembly. Just like school stand at ease. This is a command. School attention, command. School from the left, left turn, command. School from the right, right turn. This is command. Okay, in case of military term also, some of the head of military or commander-in-chief of military also commands to their to their uh, colleagues or their assistants by saying, right turn. Militaries or armies dismiss. This is also a kind of ending command. When some assembly is over, we can use the word, just like school, disperse, school, dismiss. Okay, so now let us talk about request. So request is slightly different from command and order. While we talk about here request, then we have to understand some of the words which are used while we plead other, while we request other. Here request means plead. So while we plead or while we request, we use some of the words just like kindly, please, okay? Just like kindly be seated here, kindly help me. For the God's sake, please don't do this to me. Please follow the instruction. We use some of the polite and pleading words, requesting words for the sake of request or plead. Actually, requesting words or plead refers to the general etiquette in our culture, in the sense while we provide hospitality, while we respect others, it's better to use requesting words, pleading words. You are welcomed. Please have a seat. These are the words which are included in the sense of pleading word. Okay, please help me. Please, kindly, for the God's sake. These are the words which are used in the sense of request or pleading. Okay, let me talk about advice. So, what are the sentences? What is the meaning of advice? When we try, when we want betterment for other, we usually advise a piece of information to someone. So actually a piece of information that is useful or helpful for other becomes advice. While we try to help other, then we usually advise, just like we advise our friends, our colleagues, yeah, when they are in need, when they need any help from us. Okay, why don't you join gym club? It means your friend might be fat and he or she needs some physical fitness. That's why you advised him or her, why don't you join gym club? Okay, why don't you go for a morning walk? Okay, for the sake of his or her good health. Okay, drink a lot of water in order to be prevented from dehydration. Drink enough water, a lot of water. This is also a piece of advice. That's why here our advice is also a part of imperative sentence. Okay. Now, some of the another form of imperative sentence. So in some of the another form of imperative sentence, we may see some warning, banning, some restriction, which we do not want, which we do not expect. The sentence in which some of these activities which are not expected for us, it becomes imperative or a form of warning also. Don't smoke, because we do not expect someone smoking. We want his or her betterment. Don't go there. Don't make noise. Actually, here banning or warning usually start with don't. Don't plus verb one. Don't make noise. Don't plus make. Okay, here after don't, we can see make. Don't make. Don't plus make is verb one. Don't make noise. Okay, here don't also refers to a kind of forbid. What is the meaning of forbid? To stop someone from doing something. Okay, all right. Don't smoke. Don't go over there. Don't eat too much or you will be fat. Okay, so in that sense, now let me tell you some of the reporting verb, just like said to or said. These both reporting verbs are changed according to the sense. We can we cannot use the same indirect reported verb in every senses, just like said to or said. These both are changed according to the sense only. Okay, let me tell you, he said come here. He said come here. Actually, we have to change, or we should change reporting verb according to the sense of reported statement. The change of reporting verb according to the sense of reported statement. What is the reported statement over here? Come here, come here. So what is the meaning of here, come here? What is the sense? Order, come here, a general order, come here, go there. Okay, in that sense, said to or said is changed into ordered, ordered. Bring me a glass of water. What kind of sense is this? Order. In that sense, said to or said is changed into ordered. Okay, let's not be confused. Now, the other thing that we have to understand, in place of comma or inverted comma, in reported statement of imperative sentence, 2 plus verb 1 is written and comma inverted comma is omitted. It is omitted. It is erased. It is not written. Okay, just like let's make the indirect form of he said, come here. He ordered. Now said will change into order. Why? Because the sense of reported statement come here. Come here gives the sense of order. That's why said or said to is changed or replaced by ordered. He ordered me. Okay, he ordered me. If there is no any objective form after he said to whom? Obviously to me. Obviously to me. Me is here objective form. He said me, come here. He ordered me to. Now, here we have to know some certain rules. Here come is changed into go, and here is changed into there. He ordered me to go there. He ordered me to go there. 2 plus go, 2 plus verb 1. Go is verb 1. Let me talk about some of the another form of imperative sentence, just like he said, don't make noise. Okay, so this is a kind of warning, a forbidding, a forbidding. Okay, banning, restriction. Okay, he said, don't make noise. Now said in the sense don't plus verb one, don't make. Here don't is replaced by forbade to or not to. Here don't is replaced or changed into not to or forbade to. So let me talk more about this. He said don't make noise. He forbade to make noise. He forbid me or he forbid us to make noise. Okay, or we make change in another way also. Don't make noise. He said, don't make noise. What would be the next method? Here, don't is also changed into forbid to or not to. After to, we usually put verb one, never put another form of verb. Verb one after to. Okay, sir said, don't make noise. Sir told us not to make noise. Sir told us. So while we use not to, then we should use told. If we use not to, then we usually use told. We should never use forbid with not. We should never use not with forbid. Not with forbid is avoided. Okay, just like let me tell you another sentence also. He said to me, don't smoke. He said to me, don't smoke. What would be its indirect speech? He forbade me to smoke. He forbade me to smoke. And another answer. Also, we can write, he told me not to smoke. He told me not to smoke. Again, I would like to repeat it. What is the question? He said me, he said to me, don't smoke. He said to me, don't smoke. What would be its answer? He forbade me to smoke, or he told me not to smoke. Okay, you may write either of these ways. You may write in either of these ways. Okay, all right. Let's move ahead. Now let's talk about interrogative form of sentence, the third kind of sentence. Actually, interrogative, interrogate plus IVE. What is the meaning of interrogative sentence? Actually, interrogative sentence is such kind of sentence which gives the ideas of curiosity and ends with question mark. The sentence which prefers to know something, to have some curiosity, and always ends with question mark, it's said to be interrogative sentence. Interrogative here actually refers to question sentence, question making sentence. Okay, so what is your name? WH question. Did you solve the problem? Yes, no question. So while we talk about question, we should never forget to put question mark at the end of the sentence of interrogative sentence. Okay, just like if we talk about interrogative sentence, then there are two kinds of interrogative sentence, WH question and yes, no question. Okay, so while we talk about WH question, then we have to understand some of the words, just like WH word. The starting two letters is present over there, just like who, 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 why, 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 which, WHICH. WH is the former letters. But actually, there is an exception word also, how, HOW, how. But how is also a WH word. Why? Actually, the position is just replaced. H is at the beginning, W is at the end. How is also included in WH word. That's why let's not have confusion with how also. Which, when, why, where, how, why, etc. Where, whom, whose, these all are included in WH question. Okay, so whose copy is this? Question mark, WH word. Whom should I know? Whom should I know? Whom, WHOM. Whom should I know? Question mark. That is also interrogative sentence. Okay, let's know some of the varieties of interrogative sentence now. What is your name? WH question. Why it is WH question? What, in what WH is present over there? That's why it is said to be WH question. Now, let's talk about yes no question. So actually, what is the meaning of yes no question? It's very simple to know. Actually, the question which desires to know the answer either in yes or no, that is said to be yes no question. Or simply to say that the question which expects the answer in either yes or no, that is said to be yes no question. Can you help me? Probably yes or no. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Can you help me? Yes, I can. I can help you. Can you help me? No, no, I can't. No, I can't help you. That is yes, no question. Do you go there? Question mark. Yes, I do. Yes, I go there. No, I don't. I don't go there. Yes, no question. So let me talk more about this. So further moving on, we have to understand here in interrogative sentence, reporter or reporting subject is Ram, said, reporting verb is said, comma, inverted comma, what is your name? This is an interrogative sentence, question mark at the end, enclosed inside double inverted comma. So in the case of WH question, we have to be cautious over here. We have to be alert over here. Oh, I might do blunder. I may do mistake in my exam. So let's not have such confusion. So let me clarify your curiosity to differentiate between yes no question and WH question. In terms of WH question, said or said to. Okay, reporting verb is said or said to. For what kind of question? WH question. For WH question, said or said to remains same. WH word remains same. WH word remains same. Who remains who? Where remains where? Why remains why? Nothing such WH words are changed. No WH words are changed. Let's not have any confusion regarding this matter. Okay, so moving on, said or said to in both cases for WH and for yes no question also, said or said to is changed into asked or inquired or wanted to know, but we usually prefer asked. We usually prefer asked. Now let me add more information. In WH question, here comma and inverted comma for WH word remains same. In the place of comma and inverted comma, what should be written in WH question? WH word. Okay, so let me clarify you about this matter for interrogative sentence. Okay, let's see down here. Watch it out. Okay, Ram said, what is your name? Okay, Ram is reporter. Ram is a speaker, reporting subject. Okay, next one is said. Said is reporting verb. Okay, okay. So what is the reported statement? What is your name? What kind of reported statement is this? Interrogative statement. Inside interrogative statement also, what kind of interrogative statement is this? Either it is WH or yes no question. What kind of question is this? WH question. Why? Because WH word is used in what? What is a WH word? That's why it is a WH question. So how to know more about this? Here, Ram said, what is your name? Now Ram remains same. Okay, and said it changed into asked or inquired or wanted to know. Ram asked, Ram inquired, or Ram wanted to know. Okay. Now after this comma and inverted comma is replaced by the same WH word. What is the same WH word? What? What remains same? What remains same? What remains same? In the place of comma and inverted comma, WH word is written. Now there is somewhat change of person, change of tense, and change of adverb. Okay, now simply to talk about writing answer, the way or method of writing answer in indirect speech is ended by assertive sentence. Every answer of reported statement is written in assertive sentence or in simple sentence ending with full stop. Never use the same reported pattern or reported statement for every question. It should be ending with, it should be ended with full stop. Okay, full stop sentences like Ram asked what my name was. What my name was. After that, put full stop. Ram asked what my name was. After what? My is the beginning of the subject. My name. After subject, what we put? Any auxiliary verb or main verb. What is the auxiliary verb used here? Was. Is. Okay. Here is refers to the tense present. Okay. So simple present while changing into indirect form is changed into simple past. Simple present is changed into simple past. Is changed into was. Are is changed into were. Okay, just like after this, I will show you some of the certain rules and regulation. It will be helpful for you all. Ram asked what my name was. My subject name, okay. My name subject. After that, auxiliary verb is was. So what is the pattern of simple sentence? Okay, the pattern of simple sentence is subject at the beginning, verb in the middle, plus object. Object at the end. Subject at the beginning, verb in the middle, and object at the last. That's why subject is my name. After that, verb here. Actually, verb is here. An auxiliary verb. Was is an auxiliary verb, or let us say a helping verb, or let us say a subordinating verb. My name was. Okay, we will be discussing further. So let me tell you more about yes no question now. Okay, while we discuss or talk about yes no question, Ram said, do you go there? Okay, if we talk about do you go there, what kind of reported statement is do you go there? Okay, let me clear out every works. So before this, I would like to request everyone, please have a screenshot of these facts. Okay. Now let me talk about yes no question over here. Do you go there? What kind of question is this? This is surely a yes no question. Why? What kind of answer can we expect? Can we get from this question? Do you go there? Yes, I do. Yes, I go there. Do you go there? No, I don't. I don't go there. That's why this is a yes no question. Okay, let me talk more about this. So when we move to know further, Ram here is reporting subject or a speaker or a reporter who is telling some information, who is describing something. Who is the speaker? Ram, obviously. Reporting subject is Ram. After that, said. Here, said is reporting verb. Okay. Now, let me add some more information. Here, reporting verb said or said to for yes no question also it is changed into asked or inquired or wanted to know. Actually, wanted to know is an outdated way. Wanted to know is also a correct answer, correct change to be used, but it is outdated now. It is not in use till this time. Okay, in this time, but we may use that too. It's not wrong. We may use wanted to know also in the place of said or said to. Okay, said or said to is replaced by asked, inquired, or wanted to know. Now let me tell you a crucial thing, a momentous thing. What is that thing to know? For yes no question, comma or inverted comma is replaced by if or whether. If or whether. Let's not forget this. It is slightly different from WH question. Okay, all right. Let me add more information over here. Just like if we talk downside, Ram said, do you go there? Now, how to use or how to use this direct speech to change into indirect one. Now Ram is here reporting subject or speaker or reporter. Ram remains same, no need to change. Now said or said to change into asked or inquired. We may use any one of these. Okay, Ram asked. Now, in place of comma and inverted comma, what should we use? I have already mentioned if or whether. If or whether is the killer of comma or inverted comma. Jokes apart. So, if or whether is used in the place of comma or inverted comma, in which case in yes no question. All right, if or whether is the killer of comma and inverted comma for yes no question. That's why yes no question is quite difficult, because you will have no more choice rather than telling yes or no. Will you help me? Will you marry me? Can you tell the answer so quickly? It's the decision of a life. Yeah. Are you ready to be with someone for lifelong? Will you marry me? What kind of question is this? Yes, no question. It's not so easy to tell. Yes, I will marry you. No, I won't. I will not marry you. It's very difficult. Or let us say a Herculean task, it means difficult task. Yes, that's why yes no question is quite difficult comparing WH question. In WH question, WH word remains same, but in yes no question, comma and inverted comma is replaced by if or whether. We may write either if or whether, it doesn't matter. It depends upon you. Okay, now let me move further here. Ram said, or then what can we write? Ram asked in the place of comma and inverted comma for yes no question. If Ram asked if, okay, now you, do you go there? You, here you refers to which person? Second person. Okay, Do you go there? Okay, here is the change of person also. Second person changes according to, is changed according to object. For that, let me show you a formula chart which will make your work very easy. Let's have some patience. Okay, here I'm trying to show you formula chart. Okay, here we go. Change of person, SON rule, son rule. It's very simple to know. We actually, every parents, every father or mom loves their children. That's why son is also lovable. I'm not telling the son is lovable, daughter, girl is also lovable. I'm not in the support to discriminate anyone. Okay, so let's move on. Change a person. This is the rule, very simple rule. First person. Okay, what are the example of first person subject? I and we. First person, I, we. I is singular, we is plural. Okay, I singular, we plural. Okay, now first person is first person changes according to subject. So what is the first letter of subject? S. First person, I and we. Okay, second person, you. You. It points out the second person. You is the second person which changes according to object. It changes according to object. So what is the object over here? So it changes according to object you. Okay, so what is the first letter of object? O. That's why O is the short form. Third person. Okay, if we talk about third person, just like he, she, it, they, Jack, Jill, Harry, etc. These are the examples of third person which never changes. It remains same, no change. Third person does not change. That's why here he, she, it, they, Ram, these all remain same. These all remain same. No change. No change here. Okay, so let's me put this back one. Okay, let's come to the point over here. That's why you. So if we talk about you, which person is you? You is second person. Okay, you is here second person. While we talk about here, do you go there? You refers to second person changes according to object SON. First person subject, second person object, third person no change. Subject object no change. Subject object no change. Son, son, son. Subject object no change. Okay, let me move further on. If we look over here, do you go there? Okay, Ram asked if. Now you refers to second person. Second person changes according to object. Can we see here any object Ram said to anything? Anyone? No. It might be me. Obviously, this is matter to me. Ram said me. Okay. Ram said me. Me is hidden. Ram said me. Do you go there? Ram asked if I. So what is the subjective form of me? What is the subjective form of me? Let me show you the formula chart. Okay, the subjective form of me is I. Okay, so in the place of me, what can we write? I over here, if I. Okay, go there, go. Go refers to which verb? Verb one. Obviously, go is verb one or the base verb. It represents simple present. Okay, then simple present is also changed into simple past, change of tense, change of tense. Now I will show you formula chart after this. So Ram asked if I went there. There remains same. Okay, let me show you formula chart before I begin for the next one. Have patience, please. Okay, here are some of the formula chart. If we talk about the change in reported speech, please, before I begin anything, take a screenshot of this page so that I can move further on. Change in tense in direct speech, tense in indirect speech. Simple present, which consists verb 1 or verb 5. Simple present is changed into simple past. In simple past, we may see the verb, the main verb, verb 2. Or just like, let me tell you, he drinks milk. He drinks milk. Simple present. Having verb 5, drinks, verb 5. So what is verb 2 of drinks? Drank. He drinks milk. What is the simple past of he drinks milk? He drank milk. Drank is verb 2 of drinks. He drinks milk. Simple present. Now, simple past of he drinks milk. He drank milk. Okay, all right. Present continuous. It changes into past continuous. What is the main auxiliary verb used in present continuous? Is MR plus verb 4. At the end of verb 4, there is usually ing. Past continuous. So what is the auxiliary verb used and main verb used in past continuous? Was, were plus verb 4 plus ing. So let me tell you the main information while writing any formula. Never forget to put subject at the beginning. Okay, subject plus verb 1 or verb 5 plus object. Okay, so this is the way how to write any formula. So I have written the main part of formula in short ways. So let's understand that. Never forget that subject is always written in the beginning and object is always written at the last. Okay, present continuous is MR plus verb 4 or gerundial form of verb or progressive form of verb or continuous form of verb. These all are changed into was, were plus verb 4 plus ing. What is the main verb used? Verb 4 plus verb 4 with what? Was, were. Okay, simple past. Okay, verb 2 simple past, it changed into past perfect. So what is the actual formula used in past perfect? Had plus verb 3. Had plus verb 3. Just like in while changing, I would like to tell you one example using a sentence. He drank milk. He drank. He plus drank is verb 2. Milk. Milk is object. Subject plus verb 2 plus object. This is the formula of simple past. Now, what is past perfect form of he drank milk? He had drunk milk. He had drunk milk. Had plus verb 3. So what is the verb 3 of drank? What is the verb 3 of drank? Drunk. He had drunk milk. Had plus verb 3. So in some of the cases, ed as well as en is used. It depends upon the verb. Just like if I talk about using en, just like I will tell a verb just like en or any. En, eat, verb 1, at, verb 2, eaten, eaten, en. En is also used in some of verb 3. Yes, verb 3 is of some verbs, some of the base verbs, and ed is used for the regular verb whose base verb or whose face does not change. So what is the meaning of regular verb? In regular verb, the base verb or the base or the root verb is never changed, or verb 1 remains same. But some of the last ending pattern is modified, just like play. Play is verb 1. Played, ed verb 2. Played verb 2. Played, verb 3, ed. Playing, verb 4, having ing. Plays, 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 s is only added at the end in verb 5. Now, but what is the common thing in those verbs? Play, play remained same. Play, played, played, playing, plays. What is the common word over there? Base verb, play. Its pace remains same. That's why in regular verb, for regular verb, the base verb or the root verb or verb 1 remains same. It never changes. Okay, let me talk about, okay, past continuous. Past continuous is changed into past perfect continuous. Okay, so this is the matter for, okay, this is the matter for past continuous having was, were plus verb 4 plus ing. So past perfect continuous is changed into past perfect, past continuous is changed into past perfect continuous. So what is the formula for past continuous? Subject plus was, were plus verb 4 plus object. Now what is the formula of past perfect continuous? Subject plus had been plus verb 4 plus object. Okay, just like I will tell, he was doing the work. What is the formula of this sentence? He was doing the work. He subject was auxiliary verb. Doing verb 4 object. The work. He was doing the work. Okay. So this is the formula for past continuous. So what is the formula of this? What is the sentence in past perfect continuous for this sentence? Okay. He had been doing the work. He, subject, had auxiliary verb been, verb 3 of being, ing, he had been doing is verb 4, the work, object. Okay, was, were plus verb 4, it changed into had been plus verb 4 plus object. Okay, let me talk about the auxiliary verb with the object without main verb. Main verb is not used in this case. Okay, is mr plus object. Just like if I will tell an example using a sentence over here, he is a boy. He is a boy. Okay, so in this sentence, he is a boy. He is subject. Is is auxiliary verb. Is an auxiliary verb. Is an auxiliary verb, helping verb. A boy is an object. He is a boy. Okay, without any main verb, without any main verb. What are the examples of main verb? The main verb here refers to verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, verb 4, or verb 5. We cannot see any main verb used in this sentence. He is a boy. So what is the past form of he is a boy? He was a boy. He was a boy. What is its past form? He was a boy. He was a boy. Let me put a space over here. Okay, so they are good children. Are, what is the past form of are? Where? They were good children. They are good children. They were good children. They are good children. They are good children. What is the past form of this? They were good children. They were good children. Okay. I am a good boy. I am a good boy. What is the past of am? Was. I was a good boy. So what can we conclude from here? So we can know that is, it changed into was, or it changed into where. Okay, is, it changed into was, or it changed into where for plural, plural for plural, singular for singular. Subject, verb, and agreement should be analyzed in this context. Okay, so was, where plus object. Here, subject plus was, where plus object, it simply denotes simple past, and I have already talked that simple past it changed into past perfect. Simple past it changed into past perfect. Okay, was, where plus object it changed into had been plus object. Was, where plus object it changed into had been. Had been plus object is related to past perfect form. Just like if I will give you an example using a sentence, they were, okay, I will start with an example using the sentence, they were there. They were there. So what kind of tense is used in this sentence? They were there. They were there. It refers to simple past. So what is the past perfect form of this sentence? They had been there. They had been there. They had been there. Okay. They were there. They had been there. They were there refers to simple past form, and they had been there refers to past perfect form. So let's not be confused in this point. So let me move ahead and let's cooperate. Okay, let me erase all these things. I have the habit to make the paper dirty to make your mind clean up, to make your mind clean. Okay, so let's move further on. Do, does plus object. Here, do, does plus object refers, do or does plus object refers to simple present form. That's why I have already talked that simple present is changed into simple past form. Do or does plus object without main verb. Let's know in this context, there is no any main verb used over here. No any verb 2, verb 3, verb 4, or verb 5. That's why this is the simple form. Okay, do, does plus object, it is changed into did plus object. Do or does it change into did, and the other remains same. Okay, I do the work. I did the work. Okay, he does the work. He did the work. Okay, they do a nice job. What is the past form of this sentence? They did a nice job. She does a good job. She did a good job. Did plus object. Let's move further on. Did without not. I did the work. Here, let's talk about this. Subject plus did without not in positive form for affirmative form. He did the work. Okay, so let me start with an example so that you all would understand. He did the work. He did the work. It denotes simple past. Why? Here we may know that did is verb 2 of do. Did is base verb, verb 1, or root verb. Do is base verb or verb 1 or root verb. That's why do is available for verb 1 or simple present. So what is the verb 2 of do? Did. That's why if we talk about did, then did represents which form of verb? Verb 2. So that your confusion would be clear. Let's move further. So here, did represents here verb 2 of do. That's why he did the work in simple past. So what is the changes? What is the change that we can find in indirect form of he did the work? Did plus object or past form. So The indirect form of simple past is past perfect. So did plus work, did plus object is substituted or changed into had plus verb 3 in past perfect. Did plus object is substituted in which form? Had plus verb 3. Had plus verb 3. So what would be the answer? He had done the work. He had done the work. He had done the work. Done is verb 3 up. Did. Do verb 1. Did verb 2. Done verb 3. Doing ing verb 4. Does. Having es, ies, s represents verb 5. Okay. So he had done the work. Let's move further on. Didn't plus verb 1 with negative form. Okay. So for positive answer, or affirmative for affirmative, and negative form represents negative form of indirect speech, just like didn't plus verb 1. Here didn't plus verb 1 is changed into had not plus verb 3, just like he didn't do the work. Didn't. After didn't, doesn't, or don't, there is the use of verb 1. Didn't plus verb 1. Here V1 represents verb 1. Okay. So what is the structure that should be used? Hadn't plus verb 3. He didn't do the work. He had not done the work. He didn't do the work. He didn't do the work. What would be the answer in indirect form? He hadn't done the work. He hadn't done the work. He hadn't done the work. Okay. So this is the way how to change using didn't plus verb 1. Has to or have to plus verb 1 is replaced by had to plus verb 1. He has to do the work. He had to do the work. Now let's be alert in this case. He had to, they have to do the work. They had to do the work. Has or have to plus verb 1 is changed into had to plus verb 1. She has to do the work is changed into she had to do the work. Okay, let's move on. Had to plus verb 1. Okay, let's talk about this matter. If we talk about this matter, had to plus verb 1, then one more had is added. Let's not be confused. He had to do the work. Let me tell an example using the sentence. He had to do the work. He had to do the work. Okay, so what would be the answer of this sentence? He had, okay, let me tell you the answer in indirect form. He had to do the work. To do the work. This is an important question for your exam. Had to is changed into double had to plus verb 1. He had to do the work. He had to do the work. Okay, so let me move ahead. This is an important question for your exam. Didn't or doesn't plus verb 1 is changed into didn't 1. Doesn't or didn't or doesn't or don't plus verb 1 is changed into didn't plus verb 1, just like he doesn't do the work. So it is changed into he didn't do the work. They don't do the work. What is the negative form? So what is the past form of doesn't or don't? Didn't. The past form or the verb to of doesn't or don't is didn't for both cases. They don't do the work. They didn't do the work. He doesn't do the work. He didn't do the work. Okay, can plus verb one. Simply, can it change into could plus verb one? He can do the work. What is the indirect form of he can do the work? He could do the work. Can it change into could? Shall it change into should? Will it change into would? May it change into might? Okay, he can do the work. He could do the work. She shall do the work. She should do the work. We may do the work. We might do the work. Okay, may changed into might. Let's not forget this. We have to note some important facts. Those are had plus verb 3. It means here past perfect, past perfect continuous is never, okay, let me tell you once again, the sentence which includes past perfect is never changed. Had plus verb 3 is never changed. We can't transform, we can't change the sentence with a sentence used in past perfect. The had plus verb 3, subject plus had plus verb 3. I had done the work. It will remain same. He had done the work. The indirect form will be he had done the work. Past perfect never changes. Similarly, past perfect continuous also does not change. Just like, let me underline here, had been plus verb 4. It represents past perfect continuous. Okay, it also does not change. Just like he had been doing the work. What is the indirect form of this statement? He had been doing the work. The indirect form of statement of he had been doing the work is he had been doing the work. It does not change. For which context? Past perfect and past perfect continuous. Now let us move on. When we talk about should, would, could, might with verb 1, if we see should plus verb 1, if we see could plus verb 1, if we see would plus verb 1, if we see might plus verb 1, then it never changes. Let's discuss an example here using a sentence. She could do the work. So if we see reported statement, she could do the work in direct form. So what is the indirect form of she could do the work? The indirect form of she could do the work is she could do the work. They would help me. What is the indirect form of they would help me? They would help me. No changes. They might come here. So what is the indirect form of they might come here? It does not change. They might come here. It remains same. Why? If we see should, would, could, might plus verb 1, he could help me, she could help me, they would help me, they might help me. After should, would, could, might, which verb is used there? Verb 1. So after should, could, would, might plus verb 1, there is no any change with this form of adverbials, modal auxiliary verbs. So just like I discussed previously about the sentence, they might help me, used in direct speech. What is the indirect form of the statement? They might help me. They might help me. What is the indirect form of you could help me? You could help me. What is the indirect form of they might support me? The indirect form of they might support me is They might support me. Might plus support. Might plus support is here verb one. Might plus verb one never changes. Okay, so let's move downside. Let us not waste the time now. Let me clear out my rough work over here. I have the habit. Okay, so let me discuss some of the more rules here. Change of adverb of place and change of time adverbial. So these are the changes usually occurred with reported statement. Here, adverb of place and adverb of time or time adverbial, these both are included inside reported statement. Time adverbials and adverb of place adverbials or time adverbials are always included inside reported statement. Just like if we see these, here, hither come in direct speech, the left side represents adverb of place in direct speech. This is the left side for direct speech, and the latter is the right side of indirect speech. Right side denotes the answer in indirect speech. Okay, this is changed into that. In the place of this, we have to write that. This is changed into those. Here is changed into there. Hither, this is the oldest form. This is the old style of writing in English. Hither is changed into thither. Here is told as hither. Hither is changed into thither. An old English. Hither is changed into thither. Okay, come is changed into go. Come is used in direct speech. So what is indirect form of come, go? What is indirect form of hither, thither? What is indirect form of here, there? What is indirect form of these, those? What is indirect form of this, that? Okay, let's move on. So change of time adverbial. So these are the pattern which are used in direct speech. These all are used in direct. Here, D for direct speech, DS. DS represents here direct speech. Okay, and these are the adverbials which are used for indirect speech. IS. Here, IS represents indirect speech. So these are the answers. So now if we see now, then now it changes into then. Okay, thus it changes into so. In the place of thus, in indirect speech, the indirect speech of thus is so. Indirect form of last is the previous. Indirect form of the last is the previous, ago. Actually, we have the culture of speaking AGO or spelling out as you're pronouncing AGO, ago, but actually its real pronunciation is ago. Okay, so what is the indirect form of ago? Before. Okay, today, to and day, to or night. Actually, to is replaced by that. Just remember to. In the place of to, what is indirect form of to? That. To day, that day. To night, that night. Let's be clear out in this matter. It's very simple to do. Okay, today, that day. Tonight, that night. Okay, yesterday, the day before, the previous day. Okay, yesterday, it the indirect form of yesterday is the day before or the previous day. Day is missing over here. Please confirm to write day. Okay, the day before or the previous day. Okay, now let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow, okay, the following day or the next day. The indirect form of tomorrow is the following day, or the next day. Okay, the day before yesterday. Now it's very tricky question. The day before yesterday. How many days before? One day, the former one day is yesterday. More than one day. Before yesterday, the day before yesterday. How many days before? Before 2 days. Before 2 days. So what can be substituted? What is the indirect form of the day before yesterday's? How many days ago? 2 days. 2 days ago. Before 2 days. Before 2 days. This is an important question. Okay. The day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. After how many days? After 2 days. So in 2 days, don't write after 2 days in indirect form. So what is the indirect form of the day after tomorrow? In 2 days, tomorrow and one day later after that. After tomorrow too, in 2 days. How many days? In 2 days. Okay, next, the following. So these three direct forms are important for the exam. Next is replaced by the following. What is the indirect form of next? The following. Okay. So, dear students, my colleagues, dear citizens of your respective country, continents, I would like to request you all to have focus on these facts and please take a screenshot for your convenience so that I shall move further. Let me clear out some of my rough work here. I hope you all might have taken a screenshot, though I'm waiting for you all for taking a screenshot. Okay, so let me move the next page down for your convenience. Okay, you may also take a screenshot for the remaining page. I hope you all are taking the screenshot of this page. Okay, it's fine. I wish you all took a screenshot of these both pages. Now let me move further on. So before moving next to this, we will discuss the remaining part of reported speech, which belongs to the different varieties of sentences. Now we have to discuss for exclamatory sentence and optative sentence, along with some examples, problems, and its solution in the next part of this video. Till then, give me the opportunity to take leave from you all. Have a good time. Have a good day. I wish this video is quite fruitful, helpful, and convincing for you all. Please provide me with your feedbacks so that I would make some of the better videos in the upcoming days. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, colleagues, and every citizens. Thank you.